Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Each and every season, this is one of my favorite games because these are the blue bloods of college football. Two of the winningest programs in the history of the sport. Oklahoma got the win last year against Michigan, and now with Kyle Whittingham under the helm, let's see how Oklahoma at Michigan kicks off here today in the big house. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Sooners ready to kick it away first. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking outside, it's Marshall. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. If you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quarterback keep. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to really get into this one. Making his first move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sategna. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. The run inside. It's Blaylock. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air. It's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Keeps it himself. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. And here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The official says no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to... Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab on the right. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Because of this receiver's size, even when he's covered, he's open. You've got to give him shots. You've got to put it somewhere near his body. Let those long arms go pluck the football and get you a big first down.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden, it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Underwood to throw. Just gets rid of that one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Now on third down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Max got it on the screen. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Absolute shank. Missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He'll try to do it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback keeper. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
To the air, it's Mateer. Rush right in his face. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown Sooners. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll send the back in motion. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They'll run the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead, because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back. Big
noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He uncorks one deep. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Looking for Rowe. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. from the gun. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this guy's just starting to have a knack, just an ability to find the football, to make big plays. Some guys are just built like that. He gets the fumble here. Last week he had two. Man, just finds the football in big moments.
Hits inside. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it, practice closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Firing to the right, complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. And some great fourth down defense against the run.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Bring him down.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's second and long. I mean, everybody knows you're going to be throwing it, but he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up third and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Snaps it, and he has to have it. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering him downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on fourth down.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gets the back moving. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Quarterback signaling to his guy. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Marshall. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Wolverines will try to pick it up on 4th down. Using his feet. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Marsh. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Firing toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. The extra point here would tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Quick give. It's Blaylock. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. At the 35, he's open. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for space. It's Blaylock. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Let's open things up with Louisiana Tech taking on the number 15 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Bulldogs with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. It evens up their record at 2-2 on the season following a nice home win. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first.
Gashing the D on the right. He's at the 30. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He ran through 2 men on his way to the end zone.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling help lead to that long touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. No room to run, and he'll be stopped for no gain on 4th and 2.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Running inside. It's Blaylock. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hand.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires deep on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Trying to beat the D deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Hey, some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
From the gun, it's Blaylock. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They give it back to him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Hit as he throws. Complete to the right. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for running room. Just smothered on the play.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much.